Hello, lovely listeners, and welcome back to the Talented Darlings podcast. I'm Talia.
I'm Dahlia.
And we are here today to talk about fandom communities and first experiences in fandom culture. So, how are you feeling, Dee? After episode 1, we kind of got a couple of views and 1 subscriber.
It was me.
It wasn't just you, it was another person too. I got a notification that we got a subscriber. So, Bree, if you're listening, thank you for subscribing. Anyway, we kind of figured out Dahlia's microphone situation. Hopefully you guys can hear her now.
Turns out I suffer from the stupid.
It's not you, it's the microphone. But anyway, as I said, we're talking about fandom communities and first experiences. So we're both big nerds, and on that journey, we've kind of gone through a little bit of a character arc, I guess you would say.
Listen, being in the fandom community gives you character development, sometimes asked, sometimes unasked for.
Yeah, 100%. So we have a couple questions that we're kind of used to lead us through conversation. So first up, we have, what was your first experience with fandom culture? So Dahlia, do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
You can go first.
I can go first? Okay. So my first experience with fandom culture was DeviantArt mostly and YouTube. So I mean, would you count YouTubers as fandom culture? Like, we all had those obsessions as a kid.
Personally, I think they're part of fandom culture because they kind of how do I say this? They kind of expand the culture and they kind of build their community around the fandom, you know? Like Markiplier made his community around FNAF, you know?
That's true, yes. So I was more in the Minecraft roleplay community. I was big on Aphmau, Gladiator. Pretty much Aphmau, honestly. But I would jump to other role players and Minecraft YouTubers. And yeah, that kind of introduced me to animes because Aphmau made a lot of references to animes in her My Street and Minecraft Diaries series. So that's how I got introduced to Fairy Tail and Oran Host Club. And then I found DeviantArt, and that was a whole other fucking train wreck of a situation. And then later on, that led me to Wattpad, which is another, my first, introduction to the more mature sides of fandom, if you will. And then now I kind of just stay on Twitter and sometimes Tumblr, because there's a couple of good stuff on Tumblr still, even though it's been heavily censored ever since a couple years back when they put the rules in place to kind of avoid non-appropriate material to get distributed on the platform. I also had a bit of time on fanfiction.net. That's where I read a lot of fairy tale fanfic, but now it's all ads and it's kind of a dead platform. So I'm now all in on AO3, so that's fun. So yeah. What about you, Dee?
Okay, for me, it was sort of similar to you. It wasn't, I did go on X for a bit, Twitter X, but...
Don't call it X.
We call it X. I don't care. It's Twitter. It came out as Twitter. It's gonna stay Twitter. I don't care. X sounds like a certain website, but you know what? We're not gonna talk about that. But anyway, my first experience was Amino, actually, where it's I made an account at 13 for the FNAF fandom, and I posted on there for a bit, but I heard that they took it down, and because there was a lot of effed up shit that happened there.
Yeah.
But I never got to retrieve my old account, so my history is probably still on there.
Oh, Jesus.
But you know what? It got deleted. And also DeviantArt. I posted my art there sometimes, but then I deleted, DeviantArt because there was, it was just not a nice place for after a while, and, now there's so much AI art that I can't. So, and I did go on DeviantArt also for the FNAF fandom. I was also on Wattpad. Wattpad was my first fanfic app, and it was also for the FNAF fandom.
What kind of FNAF stuff? Okay, we'll talk about it after, but putting a pin in that.
Everything was involved with the FNAF fandom, and now I don't really go on Wattpad anymore. I did make a little story. It wasn't a fanfic, but it was more like a prologue. and it's probably still up there. I have to go back and delete my accounts because I do not want that to. I do not want that to be on the history.
Shit.
And now I just really use AO3 because personally I do like the stories from AO3 more, and I also use Tumblr a lot because like mostly for the Helliverse stuff, and but yeah, that's really all I use it for.
Yeah, I'm surprised a lot of these platforms have held up for these past couple years, because Wattpad is...
Yeah.
I remember Wattpad before it started having ads. Like now, like every time you move to another chapter, it's like, spend $30 a year for free scrolling, no ads. And I'm like, bro, I just want to read. I want to read some of my fluffy fan fictions. I don't want to pay money.
Exactly. And like, another thing was also YouTubers. I forgot to mention that. For me, it was mostly Markiplier and also Jacksepticeye for that fandom, obviously.
Of course.
And also, I was also really into FNAF fan songs. So I was like Living Tombstone, DA Games, Tryhard Ninja. So it was all those artists and also Random Encounters. So it was mostly... Exactly. And
I love Random Encounters.
Yeah, I remember with the whole like ads thing, but also the comments were always so funny. Wattpad comments were always so funny to me.
It's the weirdest stuff. It's always like 11-year-olds. Like, I remember I used to have like I used to have a friendship with someone online, and I would make covers for them for their stories, and it was like the most basic like Photoshop, like taking someone else's art and then writing the name of their story, and then I would send it to them, and they're like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" And I'm like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah." So I haven't talked to them in years, obviously, because we were kids, but like the stranger danger really was not there for real.
Yeah, no, I get that. It was just, Stranger Danger does not... For me, my favorite part about the Wattpad, it's not just the Wattpad comments, but also their authors, because they'll be, like, gone for, like, a year, and then they'll come back and, like, put an announcement, like, so, I got cancer, and I got hit by a bus, and then I was a bit cold for a bit.
That's a thing on AO3, like, someone will leave for, like, a couple of years, and then they'll come back and be like, hey guys, sorry, I got abducted by aliens or some shit.
Exactly, and it's like, damn, your lives are more interesting than mine.
For real. Kind of moving on from that, we kind of talked about it a little bit, but it was like, what were the first fandoms you were consistently a part of? Like, what was your first hyperfixation?
Okay, so, it's surprisingly not the FNAF fandom that was first. It was the Mario and Sonic fandom.
Yeah.
And, for me, my first experience with that was also DeviantArt, and, oh man. And also YouTube. Aw, man. The things I've seen. Well,
I get it as a video game, but, like, how is there, like, fandom apart from video game? Like, I know Sonic also had, like, a TV show. I know Sonic Underground was pretty big. I watched Sonic Underground when I was a kid.
Mm.
Sonic Underground. I'm so sad that show got canceled.
Wait, what happened?
Do you know Sonic Underground?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Okay, so basically it was an animated show back in the day where Sonic and his brother and his sister, they have these powers. It's been a while. They have these powers where they use their music to kind of solve problems. And the whole plot was that they were trying to find their mom and also fight Dr. Robotnik throughout the whole thing. It was a fun time because, like, the music was good. Like, I wouldn't say the animation was great. I'm sure you know it.
I did watch that.
Sonic Underground.
I just forgot the name. I was just like, there's a green hedgehog somewhere, but I forgot the name.
Yes, that's the drummer. Well, I forget his name, yeah, but he was the drummer, and then the sister was the guitarist, and then Sonic was also a guitarist.
Oh man, I did watch a bit of that. I remember it was like in early 2010.
Yeah.
And that was it. It was like when like old YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, they canceled the show before they got to the ending, and I want to know how they find the mom, but they don't find the mom, and it's left. And I hate when shows do that.
No, shows always do that. It's like, it's the same with like, it's kind of an obscure one, like Skylanders Academy. I don't know if you've ever watched that.
I know Skylanders. My god, my brother was a huge Skylander fan.
Oh man, I was such a huge Skylander fan. It was so good. And honestly, I wish they would make more games. I know they stopped around like 2017, 2018. The very last game was like, what was the last? I forgot. Not Rift into Overdrive. I forgot what was. Anyways, they had a show for like a brief bit called Skylanders Academy. It was like, it started in 2017.
Yes.
2016, and then it ended in 2018 or 2019. And it was like the season 3, there was a huge cliffhanger at the end of season 3. And then they canceled it. And it was so, like, it made me so mad when I first heard it, the cancellation.
Yeah.
And they even had Ashley Tisdale on it, the girl who played Sharpay. They had Ashley Tisdale.
You know who else? You know who else? You know the main villain?
Chaos, yeah, the guy who plays Moxie.
It's Richard Horvitz, yeah. He plays what's his face? Chaos, yeah. It's so cool. He plays all these kooky villains. I love, exactly. Besides Moxie, but he played all these kooky villains.
Plays traumatized mob boss son.
Traumatized mob boss son, yes.
That's like what I describe him as.
Yeah, okay, so Mario and Sonic, those were your fandoms because of YouTube?
Yeah.
Because of YouTube?
YouTube, but also just like playing the games, because like for me, my favorite Mario game of all time is Super Mario Galaxy. I love the lore behind it. Also the soundtrack. Oh my god, the soundtrack. That is so nostalgic. Every time I go on YouTube and I listen to the soundtrack, it's just it brings me to tears, man. And also the Sonic fandom was pretty big in like the 2010s because there were so many people making like emo OCs. Oh
my god, yeah. This is my original Sonic OC. My original Sonic OC character.
This is, and, she's good at everything. Like, it's all Mary Sue OCs. She's good at everything. She's goth. Her name is Ebony Dark
Knight.
Dark Knights or something. She shipped with Shadow. She's Shadow's girlfriend. Shadow loves her, and, she's very, she's good at everything. She's good at playing the piano. She plays the violin. She plays the...
Jesus Christ. But yeah, but it's fine if it's a Mary Sue, because it's like self-insert. You want to enjoy the fandom you're in, right? And it's fine.
Honestly, exactly. And I feel like during those times, OCs were more fun because like it's just kids enjoying themselves. Like I know people these days will be like, "Oh my god, that was so cringy," but it's like we were just kids and we were idiots when it came to making OCs. Now, as adults, when we make OCs, we traumatize the hell out of them. But as kids. But as kids, like, here's my little nature elf. She's super sweet. She's loved by everyone. And now I've remade my OC, and she's just traumatized. She lost her family members. She's a pirate now.
To be fair, the content that we consume, that we create OCs for, is traumatic. Like I've made Has-Been Hotel OCs, and yeah, they're sinners. Of course, they're gonna have some trauma. Of course.
Yeah, exactly. Like
of course my digital circus OC is gonna have some trauma. Like, they're exactly, trapped in a digital world.
Have you seen the show?
Have you seen it? Everyone has issues.
Exactly. So it's like, it makes sense to make someone traumatized. But when it comes to Sonic, which is mostly a kids franchise, that's when it becomes funny. But also Sonic does have some darker moments, like with Shadow and like the death of Maria and shit like that. And also, but like Super Mario is also a kids franchise, so making someone traumatized is equally as...
I wouldn't know. I
feel like all those kids franchises did have like adult themes at the end of the day, so that's why we kind of like, as we get older, we see those adult themes and then we incorporate them into our OCs,
That's the thing, yeah. I feel like nowadays shows are a bit scared to kind of touch on those subjects. But a lot of shows are doing it properly. Like, Bluey is, like, one of the shows that my sister really loved and that I had to introduce her to because I saw TikToks on it, and it's, like, talking about how children use play to deal with loss.
Navigate the world.
To navigate the world, exactly. And it's a very, like, you could tell that, like, professionals were consulted when doing this show, because yes, this is exactly what I'm taught in education. Mm-hmm. Children need their parents to be emotionally present and also to have the opportunities to play, because that's how they make sense of everything. But now it's like, I don't have a good example because I don't watch the crap that's out now, but like, Breadwinners was a thing for a while.
Breadwinners?
It was a Nickelodeon show where two ducks delivered bread, and it had the toilet humor.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
even,
I
like,
never watched that.
I never watched it, but it was like, it's like newer SpongeBob. Newer SpongeBob now I find has a lot more like stupid humor, and I don't like stupid
Yeah,
humor.
exactly. It's like I know people think like, oh, you're kids, they're not gonna care, and like kids like toilet humor, but it's like, yes, we're kids and we like toilet humor, but there's a difference between like toilet like they make that toilet humor too excessive, where it's just like this is just straight up brain rot. This is straight up just like not funny, you know. So it's like for me with like same with Bluey. For me, the show that had like the most education for me was Arthur because it showed kids of like different
Yes.
backgrounds. Like there was one episode where like one of the characters she's Jewish, and there's an entire episode talking about Yom Kippur, and like talking about like how they celebrate it, how because she's 10 years old, well 8 years old, and she wants to celebrate, but she feels like it's a bit harder for her. But then one of her relatives tells her she's too young for it, but also there's a reason why they do it, so she shouldn't feel she has to grow up so fast to get into the tradition, and that she can celebrate in other ways.
Oh, that's cute.
And there was like it was like a series of episodes because one of the characters, she's blind and she's best friends. Her name is Marina. She's blind and she's best friends with one of the characters. And there's an episode where basically one of her best friend fusses over her because she's blind, but she shows like, hey, listen, I have all these accommodations, like I need certain things, but I'm capable of handling myself like perfectly fine, and you shouldn't worry about me. If I need help, I'll tell you, but you shouldn't be the one like fussing over me because I don't want to be seen as different just because I'm blind, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, it's just like that kind of type of show I feel like is very important for kids. And like with newer SpongeBob, it's just, because SpongeBob was always kind of an edgy show in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like at the beginning, it was just much more clean, you know? Like, I prefer the older animation, I prefer the older, like, storylines. And then the newer ones, it's just plain toilet humor that just has no place being there, where older SpongeBob had more of a storyline, more of a coherent kind of, like, not plot, because it's not really
There was heart behind it.
There was heart behind it, there you go.
Yeah, I think it I don't want to say downfall, but I think the impact of the creator's death, like, it shows in the work. Because when he passed away, obviously things were shifted. I think they were shifted long before he passed away, because I think he died in his 80s, and I think someone else took...
No, he died way younger than that. Like, hold up. Steven Hillenburg. He was 57.
Jesus, I thought he was in his 80s.
No, he was 57. He had, like, I think a type of cancer. Lung cancer, I think.
That's sad.
Sad times. But yeah, he had his wishes for SpongeBob, and he said he didn't want any more movies, any more, like... But they kind of disrespected his wish, and the company did what the hell they wanted.
Of course they did.
And it's like, I'm sorry, I think they should just let the franchise die with the creator. Like, no offense, but it's like, I feel like after Steven Hillenburg died, they should have let the show stop as well, because the show was always better when he was there, you know?
Yeah, it was his vision. It's his characters.
It was
he knows his characters. Yeah. Okay, so your fandoms were Mario and Sonic. So for me, it was, again, I guess YouTubers, I was really into AFMAL. That was my hyperfixation for a while. But then my proper, like, hyperfixation was Fairy Tail, which was an anime by Hiro Horikoshi. Let me fact check that. It's been a while. Fairy Tail creator. Can you tell we did our research, guys?
We're so smart.
No, Hiro Mashima. Okay, Horikoshi, I'm messing up. I think that was the My Hero Academia.
That's My Hero Academia.
Yeah, my bad. Hiro Mashima. That was the creator of Fairy Tail. So yeah, I was really into that growing up. And it was easy. It was like one of the easier animes for me to get into, because like the characters had mostly Americanized names, like Lucy, Natsu,
Lucy,
Urza, like nothing too crazy. Like if anything, they were kind of like fantasy book character names. But yeah, I was really into that, and I watched up until what was it? Not the Grand Magic Games. It was, what was it that I forget the name of the arc, but it was when they decided to separate, They decided to disband the guild. If you know anything about Fairy Tail, you'll know what I'm talking about. They decided to disband the guild. And everyone went their separate ways, and then Natsu went on his own, and Lucy was kind of crying because she lost her family, basically. When the anime, like, and the manga wrapped up, I kind of just skimmed through it to just see what happened. And, at the time, it was known as a very poorly written anime because death wasn't an issue. Everyone had plot armor. No one ever died. And things were kind of always out of sorts. Like, I think at one point...
fan service.
And the fan service was, yeah, it was crazy. Me, I didn't notice it at first because I'm not a pervert. But yeah, there was issues with also fan service. But, going back to it after, like, growing up with obviously much better animes in my arsenal, I could see why a lot of people didn't like it. And I don't like it anymore as an anime, but I appreciate it for what it gave me, which was opening my doors to this community and these, in this art style and all these people and fandoms. Like, I went to Comic-Con and my first thing I bought at Comic-Con was a Fairy Tail necklace. It lasted like 2 days because the inside was plastic and it broke apart completely, but that was like, it was my first, it was my first introduction to everything, was it? Right? We're not going to talk about that. Anyway. I don't remember. It was probably like $20. It was a fake silver necklace with like a plastic inside. I don't think I have it anymore.
Oh, damn.
I think it broke off the chain and I don't have it anymore. But anyway, I have much better taste in anime now. But I did also really enjoy Ouran Host Club. It's because I saw a clip from Afmao's video because she showed briefly a clip of one of the things. So I'm like, where is this from? Because I thought the clip was funny. So I go and I look, and then I was traumatized the first episode with the twins. So that was nice. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I will never understand the whole twins thing because I know people, like, it's supposed to be a joke, but
it's fan service apparently. Because I looked it up recently where it's like, were they really into each other? Because, like, that's a bit weird. But
I highly doubt they were. I think it was they were playing, like, characters. Yeah. Because the whole point of the host club was to sort of appeal to the girls, like, that came here as, like, fantasies. Yeah. So that was the point.
Because they yeah. It was the taboo.
Sibling love.
It's the taboo that they were really into. But,
yeah, exactly.
But I ended up watching the whole thing and it became, like, I really enjoyed it. And I was so sad that it only stopped at one season. I never read the manga, but I do know that, the main character ends up with, Tamaki. And they get married, like, who would have thought? But anyway.
I think it was supposed to be kind of like a reverse harem where it's like, which one will she be with?
No,
and ultimately it was always gonna be like Tamaki at the end.
Well, yeah, because he's the main guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I do appreciate it for being, I don't like using this word because people make it seem like it's a bad thing, but like a quote unquote woke anime, because the female character, Haruhi, she doesn't really care if people perceive her a certain way, whether a boy or a girl. And I feel like that was kind of, I see it now as them being more gender fluid. Because if someone thinks of them as a boy or a girl, it doesn't really matter to them.
Yeah.
Which I find that was such a new concept, especially since it was released like in the early 2000s when that was not necessarily,
it was the 2000s. I think it was...
The anime was in the 2000s, I'm sure. It was the manga
was serialized in 2002 to 2010.
Yeah.
And the show was... When was the show out? Oh, yeah, 2006. Yeah, you're right.
I was right. 2006.
It was also progressive in the sense that there wasn't any, like, sexualization of female characters, you know?
No, there was hardly any fan service in that show. But, I mean, on part with the women. The men, there was a lot of fan service.
It was kind of like reverse where it's like, you know, fan service on women. Nah. Fan service on men, however.
Well, yeah, because the whole cast besides Haruhi were men. You know what I found out recently?
What?
So, I rewatched the show, and I'm like, I wonder if there's more episodes, because Netflix, sometimes what they'll do is they'll only post one season, and then you have to go to other streaming sites to watch more seasons. So I'm like, I wonder if more episodes were released just on a different platform. So I go on this website that my family has that's like, it's not pirated stuff, but it releases streamed stuff, early.
Yeah.
So I go and I write Oran Host Club, and then I see a movie, a live action movie.
Oh my god.
And I watched it, and as you can expect, it was the cringiest shit I ever watched, but it made me laugh so much. Cause
like anime live actions are always bad.
I mean, there's in some rare cases, there's some good ones. Like, I heard the Tokyo Ghoul one was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, when they're done right, they're done right.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like sometimes when they do them, it does not, like, I know that there was, like, the Kakegurui. Kakeguri, there you go, thank you. There was, like, a live action for that. But one thing that they didn't, like, apparently from what I've seen, I didn't watch it, but from what I've seen and, like, from, like, reviews, a lot of people didn't like it, because, like, you know how Kakeguri is known for, like, Kakegurui has, like, crazy facial expressions in the animation.
Oh my god.
In the live action, it's hard to translate that to live action, so I feel like that's something you can't make in live action, because in the anime, everybody has crazy ass facial expressions.
It's hard to
exactly translate that to live action. So I feel like that's something you shouldn't really make as a live action, because
they still do.
They still do, but it's the money.
Did you see the American version?
I don't know.
It's called Bet.
Bet? Oh!
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I heard of Bet. Yeah, I know. Is it supposed to be like a...
It's literally Kageguri, but, English. Americanized.
Oh my god. It says it's a loose adaptation of the Japanese manga.
It's literally the same thing. It's so much the same thing. They just have more diverse casting, and it's so weird, bro. I can't deal.
Bray. Isn't there a My Hero? Isn't it like a musical?
There is, but the musicals are good. Musicals?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what it is with stage adaptations of anime, but they're so good. Like the Death Note musical, oh my god, that was so good. In the English version, what's his name? Jeremy Jordan, he does Light. He sings for Light. Mm-hmm. If you know who I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Lucifer's voice actor.
I love that.
Is his name Jeremy Jordan?
Like, it's a morning star.
Yep, it's Jeremy Jordan. I was right. He's 41? Bruh.
He does not look 41 in the slightest.
Is that actor gene? Back on topic. Where were we before we went on that? Musicals. Yeah, the Death Note musical is really good. The My Hero musical is really good. I recently watched a couple clips of the Demon Slayer musical. It was really good too. Well, musical, stage play. There's a couple of them, yeah. Demon Slayer, like, it's more stage play. I wouldn't call it musical, but a lot of Japanese productions, they do use songs. Oh my god. There's, another anime I don't want to say into, but like traumatized me, was Diabolic Lovers. And they do have a stage play.
Oh my god.
They do have a stage play adaptation.
For me, it wasn't Diabolic. Okay, but there was also another one.
Vampire Knight?
Called, no, it was called Brothers Conflict.
Oh, ew! No.
That was like the first, first anime technically would be the Pokemon anime, but the one that was like after was Brothers Conflict, and it was like, oh my god. It was, back then I was like, oh my god, it's so good. And then when I watched it, I was 13 when I watched it, but when I watch it now, oh my god. Sorry, I wanna commit sewer slide.
Sewer slide. No, yeah, I don't know what it's weird. Like a lot of early animes.
I'll never understand animes or like that have this whole thing with incest. It's just, or like step bros. It's like, oh my god. Why?
Even Sword Art Online, which was another one of my first animes, they had that subplot where the younger stepsister was like in love with the brother.
Yeah, I don't get that. It's just like, I think people will be like, well, they're not technically related by blood. I don't care. They're still siblings.
Legally, yes, they're siblings. But anyway.
Legally, they're siblings.
Someone needs to do a deep dive on that. I think it's just because it's the taboo nature of it, and it's for shock value, and it's like... Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's taboo because like people are attracted to the taboo. It's sort of similar to Oran High School with the twins. But...
Yeah. Okay.
But...
So since we talked about the past, now it's time to talk about present. So what are we currently into, Miss D?
For me personally, I haven't watched anime in years. I'm trying to get back into it, but so far I haven't really been in the anime mood, but I am in like Helliverse, so like Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss. I am in those fandoms. Indie productions like The Amazing Digital Circus, Knights of Guinevere, Gaslight District, all those like indie like projects, but also what was that that indie project you showed me again? The one with the OC?
It was oh my goodness. Hold on.
Cartoon Murder or something. It was like a cartoon murder
Sketchbook
mystery.
Murder. Hold on. Let me
Sketchbook Murder, probably.
No, it wasn't. Hold on. The Art of Murder. There you go. Close enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so like indie productions like that. I'm still in the FNAF fandom. That will probably never freaking change because my neurodivergence is attracted to that badly.
I never got into it. I think that's just because as a kid I was scared of things. I'm a baby when it comes to horror. Like, I wasn't into Bendy. I wasn't into FNAF. I wasn't into whatever else horror was back in the day that everyone was so like, oh my god, we have to hop on board.
Yeah, no, I get that. For me, I don't know why indie horror has always like had a special place in my heart. So I will probably always stay in those fandoms. Indie horror it has a special place in my heart. And I finished playing Bendy in the Ink Machine, and now I'm playing Bendy in the Dark Revival, and I think there's supposed to be a third Bendy game that's supposed to come out. And I do want to finish like FNAF Sister Location. I'm stuck at one of the nights because it's so freaking hard. And
you should watch this YouTuber I watched recently. I unfortunately do not have the name, but he did like 100% all of the FNAF games.
So, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you should I think you'd be YouTubers into that.
Well, I probably would be. For me, it's also other like indie games. Like I'm into like I really like gameplays. So like one of my favorite YouTubers to watch for gameplays is Cub Scouts.
Cub Scouts, yeah. Cub
Scouts was such a like he's so nostalgic, and I got into him when he was in the Yandere Simulator fandom. But I left the Yandere Simulator fandom after a certain developer had allegations against them.
Yeah.
But I still watch Cub Scouts for his other games he plays, so I'm really into that.
I'm guessing you love the 60 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. And also free random games. And other stuff I'm into is like musicals. I'm re-listening to Six the Musical. I'm trying to get into Epic the Musical.
I just watched it with my friends recently.
How was it?
It was so good. I think you'd love it. Like, you don't have to know a lot about Greek mythology to be into it.
I know a bit about Greek mythology, like I know the basics, but like past that, I'm still kind of like, it still gets a bit confusing, because it's like, so this is Zeus's son, this is Zeus's second son, this is Zeus's grandson, so Zeus's grandson is also his son, this is Zeus's wife, this is also his daughter.
It doesn't,
so it's like, it makes no sense.
It doesn't go too deep. You're just there for the ride, the very long ride.
I'm there for a fun time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I love the Epic musical saga too. It's like, as a project for what it is, I think it's really great.
Yeah. Wasn't there supposed to be a Ratatouille musical? Because like, I did remember watching that in college.
Babe, that happened already over COVID.
I know that happened over COVID, but like, I thought it would become like a real like...
No, it was created as like a fundraiser for charity. So people on TikTok, like creators, they made like snippets of videos, and like people spliced them together to make one long like actual movie, and then people who joined the live or bought tickets to watch it online, that money went to charity because it's licensed product. So when you use licensed product in anything that creates money, that money cannot go to you. It has to go to a different, like, it has to go to philanthropic is that the word?
Philanthropic work. I think that was.
It has to go to charity. Like, no money that you create can go to you. It has to go to other people. That's why the Bridgerton musical, that's why they had issues, because the performances they were making with the Bridgerton property, they were gaining money from it, and that money was going to them and not other people. If you were there when that happened.
I did not know.
I'm telling you the footnotes version. I'm sure there was plenty more issues regarding that, but that's basically it.
Sparknotes version.
Sparknote, there you go, that's the word. But yeah, so you're into Helliverse, FNAF, musicals.
Yeah, and like just gameplay, so it's like mostly FNAF. FNAF is like indie horror. That's like mostly what I'm in. And like, not just right now, but also in general, I've always been in them, so it's kind of hard for me to get into something else when I'm so stuck in the fandom. But I also really like, it's not really a fandom thing, but it's more like, I like listening to Iceberg videos now. It's just really nice to listen to because of, it's calming. And I'm listening to FNAF and Icebergs.
Oh yeah, I love watching those too. Listening to them. So I recently I recently listened to Harry Potter Iceberg, where it's like the fandom, like different levels and stuff, but I'll get into that after. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Iceberg videos are great.
Yeah. But that's about it really for fandoms that I'm in. What about you, love?
Well, I'm
sorry. No accents.
No accents. I'm pretty much into the same stuff you are. I'm just less of a FNAF fan, obviously.
I will convert you.
No.
I will convert you.
It's not happening. It's never gonna happen, babe. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm into Hell of a Boss. I'm into Has-Been Hotel. A lot of Glitch production stuff. Recently I watched, like an indie show called Ramshackled. I need to show this to you because it's amazing. It was basically...
Show me!
I will show you. It's, basically it was a thesis film. I saw it as a thesis film that the creator did. It was like it was like a 5-minute, 10-minute thing about these kids who, they're called scraps, who basically they live in this society where like rich people and poor people are very much segregated, and they find this baby in the alleyway, and instead of sending it to the orphanage, they're like, okay, let's keep this baby and teach it how to do crimes. So the pilot
of the Grinch.
That's not the whole plot of the show, because eventually that baby turns out to be a biblically accurate angel for some reason.
Oh my god! So it reminds me of Gaslight District because of like the whole like human egg and like shit, like and like in the slaps and it reminds me of that.
But it's really funny, and I love the art style because it has that. I don't know if you watched Wolfwalkers.
I have watched Wolfwalkers.
Yeah, it has that style of like a little bit of sketches are kind of showing in the animation, and it's very much like classic 2D style where it's like. And it's really cute. I love it a lot, and I really want the show to pick up because it looks so interesting.
I really want Lackadaisy to pick up too. Like, that's like something I'm excited for because I did watch the pilot, and I listened to the song that they posted. The one's like Last Call.
Yeah, I don't know. Lackadaisy. I don't know if I'm totally on hook with it yet. I did like the pilot. I love that, of course, Michael Kovac plays the main character again.
Of course.
It's I think, everything. What's his name? I could be wrong, but I think the guy that plays, Abby in K-pop Demon Hunters, he voices Mordecai, the black, cat. I could be wrong. Let's fact check. Hold on. Yeah, it's, Sungwon Cho.
Oh.
He played Abby, and he used to be a Vine artist. Like, he used to be on Vine. Artist,
and also, like, he still does YouTube, I think.
Yeah.
What? Songwon
Cho. Songwon is one name, Cho is his last. Yeah.
Found him. Damn, we're just like, what is wrong with us? Yeah, he plays Abby, and, I know he's a YouTuber. He was ProZD. And I know him. I have seen him on like, he does like short comedy skits, like.
Did he do the one where it's like, come at me like a man, I identify as non-binary. Oh, okay. Come at me like a person. Thank you. Now, prepare to die!
I think that was him. Hold up.
Let's not go on this tangent right now. So yeah, Lackadaisy, I'm not completely hooked, but and when the show like fully comes out, I might like actually like watch it more consistently and be more into it. Is there other indie stuff I'm into? I introduced you to The Art of Murder, which
Yeah, you did.
I feel like we need to do a deep dive on that show because oh my god, Star Kid stars and Joey from The Anime Man as like the main people is like what? I love it so much because that was my childhood. Like I love The Anime Man.
It's also such a I also just love the premise of it, and also I love the it kind of takes jabs at like certain fandoms, like, and also not just like certain companies, like.
It doesn't take jabs at the companies. I don't think too much. They make a comment on the 3D animation a lot because yeah,
the 3D animation. There we go. Not like the companies, but just like the animation, like the princess makes a jab at like Elsa. So
that ice queen.
I just love that. Ice Queen. And like she's a feminist character, but she's not a feminist character where it's like she's not feminine, you know? She's just, you know, she's a businesswoman, but she's still like a girly girl, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's a whole tangent on its own.
Yeah, that's a whole thing on its own. I think we'll do an episode where it's like female and male fictional characters and how they're treated in media. But yeah, I really love Harry Potter. I'm a Slytherin if anyone wants to know. I got that cunning in me.
I got that cunning.
I'm cunning, I'm ambitious, and I do what I need to get what I want. That does not necessarily make me a bad guy.
No, exactly, because I feel like Slytherins are always like, if you're a bad guy, you're a Slytherin. If you're a good guy, you're a Gryffindor. If you're smart, Ravenclaw. If you're nice, Hufflepuff. But I feel like the houses are so much more broad than those qualities, you know?
Yeah, like, I feel like She Who Must Not Be Named was really like... She had the opportunity to create more complex characters in all the houses instead of just Gryffindor, but
exactly. Because I feel like she had just her favoritism for that house specifically. Like we barely got to see any Hufflepuff characters. We barely got to see any like
Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff. We barely got to see them, and when they were there for just plot device or to be murder fodder.
Exactly, like Cedric Diggory being in Hufflepuff, but he was just killed off, and he was only seen for like one movie, one book. Exactly, it's like there are only Hufflepuff representation. Like I'm a Ravenclaw, and for me, my rep is Luna Lovegood because I feel like Luna kind of diverts away from the Ravenclaw stereotype because people think they're like, oh, they're smart, they're bookwormish, so they think Hermione Granger, she should have been in Ravenclaw instead of Luna. But the point of Ravenclaw isn't just solely like smarts. It's smarts, yes, but it's so much more than that. Smarts does not come from being book smart. It can be like street smart. It can be creativity or wisdom, and that's what Luna is. She's smart, but she's smart in her own Luna way, where it's like she knows the world. She knows the world far beyond books. She knows the world far beyond books, like I just said. So she's creative. She's quirky, and it's like she's eccentric. So I feel like that's an important Ravenclaw like quality. You know?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I recently rewatched all the movies. I'm trying to get back into the books, but they're thick. But I'm trying also to get to the more like diverse parts of the fandom, like the Marauders fandom. Apparently it's much more accepting and diverse, and I'm trying to kind of lean into that, but it's a bit tough for me to get into new material even if it's connected to stuff that I'm into.
For me, I can't when it's so complex, because, like, for me, Harry Potter, I feel like Marauders Map, or, like, Legends of Beasts, what was it called again?
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts, I feel like they should be, like, they're in the same, like, universe, but I feel like they don't have to be, like...
Some people consider the original books as canon and nothing else. Everything else is just, like, it's extra in the universe, but the 7 books are still canon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, because, like, for me, the 7 Harry Potter books, it's, like, it's enough for me to, like, for the universe, and also, it's kind of hard for me to stay the fandom, because, like, I did leave the fandom back in, like, 2019, 2020, because I just...
She Who Must Not Be Named.
Especially after, like, the whole She Who Shall Not Be Named situation, and just in general, when I look at them now, because I started getting into the Harry Potter at 14, when I look at them now as, like, as a 22-year-old, I'm like, there's a lot of shit going on here. Like,
it was problematic from the start.
It was problematic from the start. Like, why?
A lot of people some time to
why are the trolls like the keepers in the bank? Why are they
Goblins,
kind of like anti-Semitic stereotypes?
Yeah, it was.
But it's like they call the one black character Kingsley Shacklebolt, and then the one Asian character Cho Chang. And
that was always
Lavender Brown. Exactly, that was just like, what? Out of all the names, Cho Chang, and then Lavender Brown, they made her, she was black in the first 2-3 movies, and then they turned her into a white girl, when she became more relevant, you know?
Yeah, sadly. I need to look back on this stuff, shit, alright. But yeah, I very much separated the art from the artist with this. I go look at communities, I don't buy from licensed merch, I buy a lot of stuff from like small businesses, or I get gifts from other people who use their money, which like, alright. I'm glad my Harry Potter set, it was a gift rather than me actually going to purchase it. It was a box set that that was a gift. So Harry Potter, I'm really into Jujutsu Kaisen recently. I've been rewatching the 2nd season because of the 3rd season coming out. It's like one of my favorite shows. K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm a little bit into. I mean, I have, like, as soon as the movie came out, right when we went to Comic-Con, I was happy to, like, I got 2 posters, of the show, cause, like, I was really into it, and I'm so happy that they won the Golden Globes. AJ, my queen, I love you so much.
Let's go!
Is it EJ or AJ?
Hunters.
How do you say your name?
What are you talking about?
The writer who did, the music for the show. And the singing voice for Rumi. EJ.
I remember faces, just not names well.
She goes by EJ. Anyway, continuing on from that. But I love her. She's so great. I'm so happy for her that, like, despite all the rejection she had, she got to do this. And, you know, Golden Globe.
Exactly, but the woman who played, the main 3, apparently, cause, like, also, like, especially, like, EJ?
EJ.
Yeah. They were, like, cause in the K-pop industry, you have to be, like, younger than 30, younger than 20 to start in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And they were way older, so they were rejected by a lot of, like, companies and a lot of, like, producers because of their age. They were, like, I think they're in their 30s, no?
Yeah. Well, the K-pop industry is very strict.
The K-pop industry is fucked. It's just fucked. And
it's like, messed up, yeah.
I love K-pop music, but I will admit that the industry is just very, like, fucked.
It's grueling, it's taxing. I have so much respect for them. Cause, like...
Exactly.
They do what they can, right?
Exactly. And I know it's a lot harder, especially because you have to, like, work under strict conditions and also work under, like, you can't produce your own music, so sometimes they'll give you the shittiest song, and you have no choice but to sing it, and then you have to deal with the backlash. Like, Cat's Eye, for example, they're not technically a K-pop group, but they work under, like, Hybe, yeah? And they recently released their song Internet Girl. Oh my god, it's so freaking bad, because, like, the live version was beautiful, but some of their lyrics and some of their songs, it makes no sense. Like, in their song Internet Girl, one of the lines is literally, eat zucchini, and it's like, what?
Well, to be fair, that's right after Gnarly, babe.
Yeah, but Gnarly, I feel like it was good. I personally preferred it to Internet Girl because Gnarly was like, the lyrics made no sense, but the rhythm was good, but I feel like it's a waste of their talents. That's what I'm trying to say, like.
If they're gonna come out with something, make it good.
Exactly, and it's a waste of their talents because the girls are so talented. Like, Daniela's an amazing dancer, Laura's an amazing singer, an amazing, like, Indian rep. And all the girls, they're just all so talented. And you're wasting their talents on Eat Zucchini. And in the song Internet Girl, basically, one of the girls, Megan, she says in the live version, I'm getting out of here. And they replace her voice in the studio recording with a baby's voice. So it's like, I'm getting out, and it's like, why is there a baby there?
I've never...
If you listen, you'll understand what I mean.
I'm not completely into Cat's Eye. I know songs because my sister's a big fan, and apparently they might come for Coachella this year.
Oh!
Yeah, so if they do, I would totally take my sister because she's obsessed with them, but...
I would love to, like...
You can come with us, too, if the tickets
Let's go!
Yeah, if the lineup is good, though, because if it's Cat's Eye and then it's, like, 5 people I really don't care about, I might... Anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the stuff I'm into now. we kind of briefly talked about fan fiction when we introduced the stuff that kind of got us into fandom communities. So, what was your first experience with fan fiction, and did you write fan fiction?
I didn't write fan fiction, but I did read, and my first one was, like I mentioned, Wattpad, and it was not fanfic, and it was the Night Guards X-Reader. It was a lemon. It was a spicy one, and I did not know that. And I was 13 when that happened. So I was like, lemon. And then I read it, and it was spicy, obviously, and because I didn't know what the term meant at the time. And then I read another one, like it was the same like block of like stories, and it also said, it had the lemon sign. It also said lemon, and I was like, oh, maybe this one's because like I thought it would show actual lemons, like. My dumb ass thought it would show actual lemons, and then I read it, and I was like, there's no lemons! There's no lemons! I was so traumatized after that, and that was just my first experience with fanfiction, just Wattpad. and like, lemon.
Yeah.
Night Guard.
It was a weird awakening. Like, that first fanfic that you read completely through, and you're like, whoa.
Exactly.
Like,
and I didn't know half of the terms, but I picked it up along the way. It was just the lemon that really threw me off, because I thought it would, like, actually be actual lemons, like...
I don't know how I stumbled upon it, but my first fan fiction, I don't know how, it was on fanfic.net. It was or on high school fan fiction, and it wasn't an X-Reader. I didn't read X-Reader until much later. I read a lot of, like, shipped, content. So... I don't even think there was a specific ship to this fanfic, but it was set in the Oran High School host club. And something happened where Haruhi's dad was kind of, I think it was like a mafia situation. And then this random guy is here to protect her. And then all the guys are there. And it was really like, what am I reading right now? But I was so invested that
honestly,
What?
I can kind of see Haruhi's dad being in the mafia. I don't know why. I can
low key, right?
It.
But anyway, I remember being so invested in this story. I would like get out of my high school class because I was like first year in high school. I would get out of my high school class, go to the bathroom just so I could read another chapter because I was like, I want to know what happens next. But I do not remember anything from that story, and it's probably off the face of the earth right now because it was like, to me it was good. To me it was good, but that was like 13-year-old me thought that was amazing. But if I were to probably find it by some miracle now, I would probably think, wow, this sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Because back then, when we were like little, when we were younger, we would read those fanfics and we're like, damn, whoever wrote this, Picasso. And then, or like, I don't know, Edgar Allan Poe. There you go, writer. But then when we read it now, it's like the amount of grammatical errors. It'll be like, or like the way they'd write would be like, Haruhi's dad opened the door. Haruhi, what are you doing? Dad! And I was like,
I'm a material girl.
I'm a material girl.
No, but yeah.
Exactly.
It's so, yeah. But I appreciate it for what it was. Fanfics that was like, I remember being consistent with was, because this was my fairy tale phase, and I really loved the ship, Levi and Gagiel. That was like my introduction to enemies to lovers, because I'm like, ooh, he was a bad guy, but now he's like soft for this bookworm girl. And I think she was kind of, her and Matilda were kind of my inspirations to be like bookworm. Because like I remember reading more because I wanted to be like them. I know 2 different scale, like one anime to the next, but to a children's book, but yeah, I would read a lot of Gagiel X Levi fanfiction, and that introduced me to lemon and spicy fanfics, which was that was an awakening of its own. And then I was not disgusted. What's the word for it? I was not drawn to the idea of X-Reader until My Hero Academia. And even now, X-Reader, I always imagine OCs, because you know me, I'm ace, and I don't like the idea of participating in that, so imagining myself in those scenarios makes me uncomfortable, but imagining characters, that's more like what I'm comfortable with. Like, it was like getting sequels to the content that I already consume, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. For me, with the whole X-Reader thing, it's more like the readers. Like, I know it's supposed to be like an extension of who you are, but I feel like sometimes they're not, because they're kind of like extension of the author themselves. So when you read them yourself, it's kind of hard to like immerse yourself into the imagine yourself. So me, I would, if I read an X reader, I don't imagine like myself. I imagine a character. Like I don't know. Sometimes we'll say like YN hair. Or, no, sorry, your hair color or you're this. For me, I won't imagine like I'll imagine like brown hair, brown like and all that, but I won't imagine me. You know, it will just be like a random ass brown hair girl.
Yeah. No, I've never imagined myself in a being kidnapped by Dobby from My Hero Academia. No, it was always like
I would, for me.
No, don't even. Do not even.
Do not even.
Do not even. Well, on the topic of My Hero, you had, like, what bad experiences have you had in fandoms? I know you've had a couple in My Hero.
For me, it was the ships. Like, I hated the ships so much, because it was just, every time or like, it's also a bit of the FNAF fandom, there was a bit of, like, bad, mostly because, like, sometimes I would get, like, shit for my art, but then I was like, you know what, fuck you, man. And with the My Hero, it was mostly, like, sometimes arguments between people who introduced me to it, where it was just like, this character's the best. No, this character. It was like, if I say this is my favorite character, I get judged for that, because that was my favorite character. Because my favorite character is Aoyama.
Yeah.
But then they would get the comparison of like, oh, Todoroki's better.
Oh my god.
Did I ask? Did I ask? I don't care. At least Aoyama has personality.
Oh my god.
Player, man.
Shots fired.
I never liked Todoroki. I know he's a huge, like, popular character in the fandom, but I disliked Todoroki so much. Like, and I just did not like his character.
No.
I was more of an Aoyama girl. I think I was more of an Aoyama girl, and I would get into constant arguments where it was just like, no, Aoyama sucks! And it's like, okay, if you think that, but just because I like him, why did you give me shit for it, you know?
Yeah. I always liked Tsuyu. She was my favorite character.
Tsuyu was good.
Like, out of the students, Tsuyu was always my favorite character. But when the villains were, like, more introduced, and I'm like...
Yeah.
Okay, Dobby, okay, Overhaul. Because, like, me, I'm a sucker.
Toga.
Maybe not Toga. That's too much. That's too freaky for me, and also underage. But,
I don't mind actually, well, I was 17. Well, I was, like, younger than
at the time, it was legal. Now it's not.
At the time, it was legal, but now it's not. But, like, Dobby and,
I liked Overhaul, I liked Dobby. It was
mostly, like, Aizawa.
I was never into Aizawa, but, like, I know a lot of people are obsessed with Aizawa.
For me, I think Aizawa was a reflection of,
Yeah. But, like, yeah, so villain characters I kind of hooked onto, because, like, I'm a sucker for a good villain.
Yeah.
And, like, I really liked the Overhaul, because even before My Hero, because of Yandere Sim, I was kind of, like, into the idea of Yakuza. Not into, like, oh my god, like, crimes, but, like, more like, oh, that's so interesting. It's like, they had their own underground crime thing, and I'm like, oh, and then when My Hero came out with the anime, because I read the manga forward, because I saw his character on Tumblr once, and I'm like, ooh, I want to see this, like, what this guy's about. So then I read through it, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna love this arc, and I love the arc when it came out. But yeah, Dobby, I think, was, like, one of the first X-Reader things I read. But again, I wouldn't put myself in, it was like always an OC or like I see images. Like, I don't know what it is with some people, they don't see images when they're, like, given information, but I can, like, when I listen to music, I can imagine specific things happening, like an animation is happening in my head when I listen to music or when I do that. So when
I get the same thing.
Yeah, so when I'm reading this book, it's like a movie playing in my head. I always make it this, like, white-haired character, because I found that was, like, my Mary Sue, my go-to OC thing, where it was, like, white hair, because it's pure and it's out there and blah, blah, blah. I'm more creative than that now, obviously.
It's just albinism.
Albinism. Yeah, I'm more creative now than, like, okay, white hair person. But, like, but yeah, that was my first kind of X-Reader thing. And then slowly but surely, other characters joined in, like, what was it? Like Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen is a big one. I really love Sukuna. I really love Gojo, Geto too. And like, I don't read a lot of has-been, cause it's just all like, and it's like angsty. I like reading those kinds of, like, I like reading has-been fanfics, but when it gets to like a little too spicy, I'm like, how does that work with the parts?
I think it's like they kind of like justify it in a way, like
it's more for like I want some funny stuff, like I want something to laugh at, and then I'll go find a funny fanfic. There's this artist I really like. I don't know their name, unfortunately. I will find them in just a second. But they made this series called My Dear Nanny.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's an Alistair x Lucifer, like human series.
Oh no, I haven't heard it, sorry.
It's by Fully Chaotic Hell on Tumblr. They have a really great art style. It's like one, I'm not really into the ships in has-been besides, like the canon ones, but, the Lucifer and Alistair dynamic, I thought it was really funny in this comic, so I'm like, oh, okay. And then I ended up reading all the stuff that they came out with, and I'm like, I thought that was really cool. Like, I really enjoyed it. It wasn't too, it's not spicy at all, obviously. It's like, there's like there's one kiss out of all of it, and like, I love good comic interpretations of like fandom. So yeah. I would highly recommend. It's My Dear Nanny, Fully Chaotic Hell. I really love their stuff.
Let's go. And also another bad, it's not just the My Hero fandom, actually. I just remembered this, like literally right now.
Yeah.
The Danganronpa fandom.
Oh shit.
The Danganronpa fandom.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about Danganronpa.
I know, I was so into Danganronpa back in like, I was like at the end of high school. I was like 16 at the time. I was into Danganronpa, and I my favorite was Celestia Ludenberg.
Yeah, I know, that's the only character you wanted to cosplay.
Yeah, I know, but then I realized like, that's probably not gonna work.
The hair loopies. Mad respect for people who can do that.
Yeah, the Danganronpa fandom was also sort of similar, where it was like an argument between about the characters, but also like for example the way they treat female characters, especially Mikan. I did not like. I feel like people justify the way she's treated by being like, oh, but she's an essay like victim, so the reason she acts like this is because of this. And it's like, yeah, I get that, but I feel like at some point, if it happens like once or twice, and then it stops, and it's like she heals and stuff, then it's like, okay, I get it. But, I don't know, I just never, and like her execution was the worst. I hated her execution. And also like, I feel like the first game was like, perfect in terms of like, executions. Like, some were weird, like the whole butter thing. Like with the one where Manga,
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I watched
it's kind of weird, especially because the very first one was so like serious, was so like gory, and not gory because like, but like it was intense, it was graphic. But then it immediately switches to butter, and it's like, what?
I watched an abridge a while back of Danganronpa, abridged, yeah, and Monokuma is like, he's butter now, no questions! And then, I forget the main character's name, but he's like, wait, what? What the hell happened?
Makoto, yeah.
Yeah, Makoto, he's like, wait, what just happened? And then it cuts to black. It's so fun.
But yeah, you get what I mean? It's weird. It's like, it's weird. You're a weirdo. I don't fit in.
Stop, never do that again. I don't remember any toxicity in my fandoms, like, because I would stay away from toxic things, right? So...
Yeah, but the toxic things end up finding you, that's the thing.
I know of things that people have done that, like, I don't know these people personally, but they've done it in the fandom. Like, I am traumatized by a certain thing that happened with a Bakugo poster, like, when I was hot in the fandom. We're not gonna go into details, because it's not good, but if you know what I'm talking about... I'm very sorry.
I know what you're talking about.
I will tell you after. I will tell you after if you don't. Okay. Well,
yeah, continue.
Now, fandoms grouping together. This is what we call a convention. So, have you gone to a convention before?
Yes, I have gone to a convention.
What
I
have
went
you?
to Otakuton when I was like 13. I think half the shit I like fandom shit was like 13,
The
but
Awakening.
by awakening. But yeah, I did cosplay when I was at Otakuton. It wasn't like an actual character; it was more like an OC. So, and like it was a very like shittily made OC. By the way, it was like a chess themed. So I painted half my face, and I got like I got a top hat, I got a bow tie, I got like a checkered shirt and pants, and a whole suit and everything. And I got a half black, half white wig. It was so bad. It was like a party expert wig.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's your first
that was
experience. I mean,
really
for a
fun.
first cosplay, that's good.
Mhm.
It's like under $20.
And it was like, yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, free. But like, it was really fun. I got like a whole Black Butler. I did a whole Black Butler manga set, but it was all in French. And but I still understood it. There wasn't all the manga. It was just like I think 8 books.
Hmm.
And I got did I get anything else there? I think I got Pocky there, and I did go to like a little. There was like a fashion show that happened where it was like it was J fashion, and there was a lot of Lolita fashion shown, some
Hmm.
Gyaru, and yeah, that was really nice. Honestly, I personally enjoyed. And when I go again, I probably would go more Comic Con than Otakuton personally.
Yeah. It's from someone who's gone to both, I much prefer Comic-Con to Otakutan.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think like I would probably go to Comic Con than Otakuton because I feel like Otakuton was kind of complicated. It was also the line was very annoying because I did not know about the whole like you have to get beforehand because
Hmm.
I went and I got the ticket the day of and I was in
Yeah.
line for I think like
An hour.
an hour.
Yeah, I
So
have
it was
that. I have a
just
similar experience.
what about you, love?
What about me? So first time I went to Comic-Con was with my whole family. We couldn't leave the country, so we decided to go to a convention because me and my brother, we were really into our own thing and we wanted to go. So, I dressed up in my Harry Potter robe. I brought a little stick as my wand. My brother dressed up as a Fortnite character because he was really into Fortnite, and we put a little bit of Harry Potter makeup on my sister. So we did get tickets day of, but because we were a family, we got to go fast pass. We got to go to the fast lane. And I think Comic-Con hasn't been a big thing since then, so it was a lot less people. Cause it was around the time where animes were still picking up and like more things were becoming mainstream in where we live. So
Mm,
we went, and honestly it was like, oh my god, I found my people. I saw
I found
cosplayers.
your
I saw cosplayers, I saw artists. I saw a YouTuber that I
Oh my
never saw the
god.
face of, I recognized their art. It was Gritty Sugar. And Gritty Sugar, she made some animations from players, some I think some Markiplier, some Game Grumps stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, are you Gritty Sugar? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I love your animations. They're like, cool. And then I walked away because I was embarrassed. But yeah,
Oh my.
so I can say like I met a YouTuber.
Damn.
Damn. But yeah, I could say I met a YouTuber. I got my fairy tale necklace and a Harry Potter, like an official Hermione Harry Potter wand, and like it was such a amazing environment that I was like, I want to stay here forever. And then a couple months later, it was Otakuton, so my parents were like, okay, let's go to that one next. So that one was a bit less like exciting because everywhere we turned, it was like figurines, anime pillows, and I wasn't as much into anime as I thought I was. Like, I didn't know a lot of the stuff that I was seeing. So I'm like, okay, well, this is still nice, but I'm like kind of out of my element. So now, ever since then, I've only gone to Comic Con, and like I've enjoyed every single one. I've gone with my brother, I've gone with my friends, and like I'm hoping like this year, that over the summer, we can go together, like cosplaying.
I
That'd be
would
really
love for
fun.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, for me, I haven't been to Comic Con. I had the very last convention was Otakuton. Like that was the only one I've been to.
Mm-hmm. You
Sad
need to
vibes.
go to Comic Con. I don't know if we'll go to a booth because my experience with Comic Con, it was always buy the tickets, go to the artist alley, meet some cosplayers, and then we would go to Chinatown and have dumplings. But I know people like go
That
for
sounds so
panels
good
and
right
stuff.
now.
Yeah, I know. I want dumplings so bad. But yeah,
Girl, I'm hungry.
I would wanna.
I'm hungry.
I would want to meet a celebrity, but like it's so expensive to get in line to just like have people sign stuff or like take a picture with them. And I'm like, I feel like it'd be more of a personal experience if like it was a random encounter. Like, oh my god, it's you! I'm such a fan. But I would be like, oh my god, it's them. Oh my god, did they? I don't know how to human. I don't know. I would have to remind myself, like, okay, they're people too. They just make videos or record their voices over animated characters. It's fine. Be normal.
You can do it.
You can do it. But yeah, we're totally going to.
You can do it.
We're totally going to go to Comic-Con together.
Oh, I would love for that.
Yeah.
You need to do it.
We're going to do it. Okay. Speaking of celebrities. Have you ever encountered celebrities or people you admire? If not, who would you like to meet?
No, I have not. And sad vibes. But for me, I really would love to meet like the FNAF movie cast, and I'm not just talking about the actors, but like the FNAF. But I'm talking about like the producers, the directors, the puppeteers, and like the people who made the animatronics. Like I would love to meet them. I would like love to meet MatPat, like. And like Piper Rubio or CG5, like all those like fan song artists and like all the actors from like, as I know MatPat played in the second FNAF movie, and I would love to meet I would just love to meet the cast, love to meet the artists who wrote like the songs like Living Tombstone and CG5. I would love to meet Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, the Glitch cast, and the Hellverse cast, especially like Brandon Rogers and Amir Talai. For me, like, and also, who plays Vox again?
Christian Borle.
Yeah, I would love to meet him. For me with Amir, it's like, it's the first time I actually see like Middle Eastern like person like in media like that. Like I never see a lot of Middle Eastern like he's Iranian, no? I think hold up.
I think he is.
He's Persian. He's Iranian, yeah. But you never see any like Middle Eastern. I've never seen any Middle Eastern, and it's like that representation.
No, we love that.
We love that representation, and like Brandon Rogers also. I love his comedy. I love his role as Blitzo. Sorry, Blitz. Not about that.
Respect his name.
Respect the name. Who else? I would love to meet who plays Mammon? I'm very bad at names.
Mammon from Hello.
Mammon.
Mammon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who plays Mammon in Hell of a Boss? Michael Cusack.
Oh, yeah, I recognize the voice now. For the Glitch cast, I would love to meet who plays Kane. I'm so bad at names.
Alex.
The one who plays Gangle.
I know his first name is Alex. I don't know his last name.
Alex. We're just gonna call him Alex. The one who plays Gangle and Zooble. For me, most of
Zooble
all,
is Ashley.
Movies cast and what's up?
Zooble is Ashley. Okay. Ashley, I know they used to work for Vivian. They were in the animation, and they ran Honeycast, which was like a live streaming charity project. And they were the one that dated Michael before they broke up.
Oh yeah, I remember. I would like to meet Michael, and I would just like to meet the producers. I mostly really want to meet the FNAF movie cast and the producers of the FNAF movies. Like that's like my main one that I would love to meet. Mm-hmm.
No, that's pretty much the same for me. Me, I would really like to meet Stephanie Beatriz, because I loved her in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love her as Maggie.
Forgot to mention Stephanie Beatriz. I want to meet her too.
Yeah, looks like such a sweetheart.
Exactly. It's so funny because like her role in Brooklyn Nine-Nine is like the tough cookie, and then like you hear her voice and you hear the way she acts and you see the way she acts in real life, and you're like, he's a cutie. I know it's acting. It's acting. Mm-hmm. It's acting.
It's acting. Yeah, but I would also love to meet what's his name? Joel Perez, that plays Valentino.
Oh, I love
he's so I hate Valentino with a passion. Well, I love to hate him, but I also love the character as just like this sassy his words, sassy bitch. But
sassy bitch.
Yeah, but he's such a funny guy, and he seems like so sweet. And
Yeah.
I feel like he would be fun to talk to just randomly at a panel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
I would.
Sorry,
For
continue.
me, it's like I'm from fucking Florida.
I love that line. If we ever meet him, I want to say like, listen, your line delivery of that line is my absolute favorite. So I thank you so much for that because it makes me laugh every time.
I know, because it's like, it's the way, it's so quick. Not just quick, but it's like, it feels so natural.
Apparently, I don't know if it was that line, but he ad-libs, he improvises a lot of his lines, which I think is so great. Because it's like, they embody the character. I don't think Valentino was... No, okay, so I saw in an interview that Valentino originally was not supposed to speak as much Spanish as he did, but as they were kind of rolling, Joel just started cursing in Spanish. So then they're like, we're gonna use this more. So I'm like, yes, thank you. I love it. It's so great. But yeah, Joel, I would totally want to meet. Christian Boyle, I would really want to meet. Freaking Vivian herself, like, I don't know what I would say, but I would be like, hey, like, I don't even know what I would say, because I would be so starstruck, because I'm like, oh my god, I knew you from when you, like, just posted little snippets of Has Been Hotel. I knew you, like, when you did your thesis film.
Or, like, the Zoophobia, like, for me, I watched her Zoophobia, like, short, and also I feel like I would love to meet her, too. I would be like, oh, listen, you kind of inspired my art.
No, like, I loved when we watched the Broadway show. It was...
Yeah, and, like, she was
so emotional and I, like, felt for her, because I'm like, girl, you're living your dream. I'm like, I was proud for her. I never met this girl, but I was so happy for her.
Exactly, because, like, I know, like, she gets a lot of slack from not just the fandom, but, like, people outside the fandom.
Yeah, well...
And she's not perfect. Like, I'm going to say this. I don't think she's a perfect, like, person, but... well, like, anyway, she has a dream, and, like, she had that dream, and, like, her dreams are coming true, and it's, like, I feel like we've all been there, where it's, like, our dreams, like, you see your dreams unfolding before you, and it's, like, it's such a shock to you, and it makes you so emotional. So it's just, that made me cry so much.
She's created a space that is welcoming to all. Like, she's not afraid to include these type of characters in her show, like, the amount of trans characters, the amount of ace characters, the amount of, like... So many things, and everyone can find their thing. Recently, I saw this person, they were walking next to me, to the metro, and I see they had, a trans, pin on their backpack. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. And right next to it was a Sally Mae, keychain. I love that. That's so sweet. I like, made me feel so happy that, like, you can basically find someone in this community to kind of relate to.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
I can't really relate to Alistair, obviously, for his moral decisions, but I love him as being this...
The
ace representation. Like... I'm okay on my own. Like, I don't need that kind of intimacy in my life, and I'm okay with that, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I can relate to that part. I'm not Arrow, I'm Ace, but I can appreciate, and also, like, it's not his character, he's not an Arrow Ace character, he's a character that happens to be Arrow Ace, which is always something that you appreciate in media. Like, even in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Captain Holt was just so happened to be an openly gay police officer, but that wasn't his whole character. He's flawed, he's emotional to an extent, obviously. But
that makes me miss Andre. That makes me miss Andre. I know, so
rest in peace, my guy. But like, Vivian's able to put that representation in her media and not make it the main archetype. And and I love how she's, like, aware of herself and her community and the people around her, like with Katie Killjoy. My favorite thing, my favorite line, because it's fucking Brandon Rogers saying, not homophobic, I just don't like gay people. And it's Brandon Rogers saying this line, like, the most, like, non-straight man you could meet.
Exactly. For me, my rep is, like, Blitz, because, like, I feel like I relate a lot to Blitz and, like, the the emotional aspects of him, like especially that episode with the dream trip. That one hit me so hard because of like the. I loved his character so much. He's my favorite. He's like one of my favorite Helliverse characters. Along and I will on the topic of like the ace characters. One thing I didn't like about the. I know it's like a whole thing, but I just don't like how. Yes, the characters are Arrow Ace, but they're always placed in like sexual scenarios against their like consent, you know? Like with the whole like Alistair with the scene where Alistair sees Vox and Valentino obviously
yeah.
Or like when not Valentino, Vox flashes him and it's like I know people some people justify and be like, oh, but they're in hell, they're bad guys, but it's like you have this character who's openly like he's openly known as your Arrow Ace representation, but you're putting him in this scenario. It just shows that you don't respect Arrow Ace people. Well, it's like, yeah, you represent them, but you don't respect them. You know, it's like just because you represent does not mean you respect. You know, that's the way I see it.
Well, okay. That scene is a deep dive of itself, but how I interpret it was just Vox was showing Alistair, like, look at me, I have everything you lost, like, let me rub it in your face. And Alistair, he was just like tired asexual, just like, I really do not care, dude. And like it was just, it's Vox trying to flex on Alistair and Alistair not feeding into that ego. Cause that was his whole thing. That was the whole thing. But yeah, I personally, I only interpreted that scene as like, okay, it's Vox trying to flex, and it's a joke. It's meant to be like but
obviously it can be interpreted in different ways. Like, personally, I didn't like it because of like...
Yeah, and that's valid.
Something like that would make anybody uncomfortable regardless of like orientation. So like, it's a blatant like harassment, but that's the way I see it personally.
No, yeah, for sure. Again, there's always gonna be something nitpicky about this show because it's hell and...
Yeah.
But I find it's such a interesting thing to kind of talk about because you get other people's perspectives and like some things like you don't have to take too seriously, like it's a joke, but other things, yeah, you can kind of read into it more. But I think it works for Vox's character to kind of like, it's a power, what is it? Power trip? Bless you. But yeah, I feel like we went on a bit of a tangent. So yeah, I would love to meet Vivian. I would love to meet Brandon.
We went on like 30 tangents at this point.
Oh girl, this is our whole life. Our whole thing is tangents. Right now we're in a good place with our fandom, I think. Like we're happy enjoying our stuff, and like obviously we're in a good community now. We're with each other. And we have friends. We have friends who enjoy this together. We have friends that enjoy the same stuff as us that we can equally talk about with them. But yeah,
I don't know anybody in the FNAF fandom though. Like, it's ironic. The amount of years I've been in the FNAF fandom, and I've never met anybody in the FNAF fandom.
You can find
I've known.
Find them online, babe. Find them online.
Yes, but like I'm shy.
You gotta stop being shy if you want the brain rot, because I'm not joining you. I'm sorry. I'm not into the mechanical bear.
That's it. You heard my. I'm gonna call my witness.
Forgive me. Okay. I think it's time we should probably wrap this up. This is like 2 hours of content right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Talented Darlings Podcast. This was Talia.
And this is Dahlia.
And we thank you again for listening. Goodbye!